Oh my God, look at the chaos unfolding. The streets are swallowed, churning with relentless torrents. A once arid landscape now battles an unrelenting surge of water, transforming the heart of the desert into a scene of raw, untamed power. A rare and ferocious summer storm has descended upon southern Nevada, unleashing flash floods that have turned the iconic streets of Las Vegas into raging rivers. This is no ordinary downpour. An extraordinary convergence of atmospheric forces is driving this deluge, pulling moisture from distant tropical systems and funneling it into the Mojave Desert, where the parched earth is ill-equipped to absorb such a violent influx. The result is a spectacle of nature's duality, beauty and destruction intertwined, as the city grapples with a force it was never designed to withstand. The Las Vegas Valley, cradled within a natural basin and flanked by rugged mountains, is uniquely vulnerable to the whims of sudden rainfall. When storms like this strike, water cascades from the surrounding peaks, funneled through washes and channels that can transform from bone dry to deadly in mere minutes. The city's intricate network of flood control infrastructure, miles of concrete channels and sprawling detention basins, stands as a testament to human ingenuity designed to tame these erratic deluges. Yet today, this system is being pushed to its limits. Heavy rains, driven by a potent low-pressure system stalled over the region, have overwhelmed key drainage points. By mid-morning, Doppler radar detected thunderstorms unloading up to 2 inches of rain per hour across parts of Clark County, with the northwest Las Vegas Valley bearing the brunt of the assault. The National Weather Service issued an urgent flash flood warning, covering areas from Summerlin to Centennial Hills, with advisories extending to the Spring Mountains and Red Rock Canyon, valid through late afternoon. The impact is immediate and visceral. Streets that hours ago shimmered under the desert sun are now submerged, their surfaces hidden beneath murky, debris-laden currents. In North Las Vegas, videos capture vehicles stranded in intersections, their tires half buried in water that surges with alarming speed. The iconic Las Vegas Strip, a beacon of human ambition, is not spared. Water pours through parking garages, cascades over sidewalks, and pools in low-lying casino entrances, turning the glittering thoroughfare into an impromptu waterway. The National Weather Service reports rainfall totals of 1.5 inches in under an hour, near the Fremont Street Experience, a volume that exceeds the region's typical monthly average. Authorities are sounding a desperate alarm. Turn around, don't drown. 6 inches of moving water can sweep a person off their feet. A foot can float a car. Tragically, the warning comes too late for some. Reports emerge of a motorist swept away in a Henderson wash, where floodwaters roared through a normally dry channel, leaving emergency crews scrambling to respond. This is not merely a local crisis. The storm's origins trace back to a broader atmospheric dance, where a slow-moving, low-pressure system has collided with a surge of tropical moisture drawn from the Pacific Ocean. This phenomenon, known as an atmospheric river, is rare for the desert Southwest, but devastating when it occurs. The moisture, funneled through a narrow corridor, interacts with the region's topography, intensifying rainfall over the mountains and sending torrents racing downward. The science is as fascinating as it is terrifying. Warm, moist air rises over the heated desert terrain, cooling rapidly and condensing into towering cumulonimbus clouds. These storm cells, laden with water, stall over the region, dumping their contents in bursts so intense they overwhelm the landscape's capacity to cope. The result is a textbook case of flash flooding, where the desert's hard-packed, non-absorbent soils, often laced with calichet, a cement-like mineral layer, reject the deluge, forcing water to pool and race across the surface. The human toll is sobering. In Las Vegas, emergency services are stretched thin. Fire and rescue teams report over 20 swiftwater rescues in a single afternoon, with dozens of vehicles stranded in floodwaters. One dramatic account describes a family plucked from a car teetering on the edge of a flooded wash, the water rising so quickly that responders had mere minutes to act. The American Red Cross has mobilized, setting up shelters for residents displaced by flooded homes. Power outages, triggered by lightning strikes and water-damaged infrastructure, have left thousands in the dark, with utility companies racing to restore service. At Harry Reid International Airport, operations grind to a halt as low visibility and lightning hazards force ground crews to suspend activity. Flight delays ripple outward, stranding travelers and disrupting the city's lifeblood of tourism. The economic ripple effects are immediate, with businesses along the Strip reporting water damage and temporary closures. Beyond the city, the storm's reach extends to rural communities and natural landmarks. In Mount Charleston, a popular retreat for Las Vegas residents seeking respite from the desert heat, mudslides have closed key roads, isolating the area. The National Weather Service warns of continued risks in elevated terrain, where saturated soils could trigger additional slides. In the lowlands, farmers in the Moapa Valley face a different kind of devastation. Fields, already parched by years of drought, are now inundated with standing water, threatening crops of alfalfa and vegetables. The irony is stark. A region that has battled water scarcity for decades now contends with an excess that could ruin livelihoods. The agricultural sector, a quiet but vital part of Nevada's economy, braces for losses that may take years to recover. The science of this event invites deeper reflection. Flash flooding in arid regions like Las Vegas is not merely a meteorological anomaly, but a window into the complex interplay of climate, geography, and human development. The city's rapid growth has paved over vast swaths of desert, replacing permeable soils with asphalt and concrete. This urban sprawl amplifies runoff, channeling water into infrastructure that, while robust, was designed for less extreme conditions. Emerging research suggests that climate change may be intensifying these events, increasing the frequency and severity of monsoon-like storms in the southwest. Warmer ocean temperatures fuel stronger atmospheric rivers, while a warming atmosphere can hold more moisture, leading to heavier downpours. The data is striking. Las Vegas's average annual rainfall is just 4 inches, yet single storm events can now deliver half that amount in hours. This storm, with preliminary totals approaching 2.5 inches in some areas, underscores the region's vulnerability to a changing climate. Yet there is resilience in the face of chaos. Las Vegas's flood control system, developed by the Clark County Regional Flood Control District, has mitigated what could have been far greater devastation. Since its inception in the 1980s, following destructive floods in 1983 and 1984, the network of channels, basins, and dams has saved countless lives and billions in property damage. Today's storm tests its limits, but it also highlights its necessity. Engineers report that detention basins in the Northwest Valley are nearing capacity, yet they continue to divert water away from densely populated areas. The system's design is a marvel of foresight, channeling floodwaters through concrete arteries to minimize harm. Still, no system is infallible. Debris, ranging from tree branches to abandoned tires, clogs key channels, forcing maintenance crews to work under hazardous conditions to clear blockages. The emotional weight of this event is palpable. Residents share stories of disbelief and fear, watching as familiar streets transform into alien landscapes. Social media is awash with images of the strip's glittering lights reflected in floodwaters, a surreal juxtaposition of glamour and nature's wrath. One video captures a group of tourists, drenched but laughing, wading through ankle-deep water outside a casino, their voices tinged with both awe and disbelief. Another shows a delivery truck stranded in a parking lot, its driver climbing onto the roof to escape the rising tide. These moments, raw and unfiltered, reveal the human spirit's capacity to find humor and resilience amid crisis. Yet beneath the surface lies a current of anxiety. For every story of survival, there are whispers of loss. Homes inundated, businesses shuttered, and lives upended. The philosophical implications are profound. Las Vegas, a city built on the audacity to defy the desert's constraints, now faces a reckoning with the very environment it sought to conquer. The desert is unforgiving, its cycles of drought and deluge a reminder of nature's supremacy. This storm challenges the illusion of control, forcing a confrontation with the limits of human engineering and ambition. It raises questions about sustainability in a region where water is both scarce and, at times like this, overwhelmingly abundant. Can a city so dependent on imported water from the Colorado River adapt to a future where extreme weather becomes the norm? The science of hydrology offers clues but no certainties. Models predict that the Southwest may face a new normal of intensified monsoon seasons, driven by a warming planet. The stakes are high. Las Vegas, with its 2.3 million residents and 40 million annual visitors, must balance growth with resilience. Looking ahead, the forecast offers a glimmer of hope. By evening, the worst of the storm is expected to subside, with rainfall tapering off across the Las Vegas Valley. Isolated thunderstorms may linger into the night, particularly in higher elevations, but the city's core is projected to see clearing skies. Temperatures will hover in the mid-90s, with humidity levels dropping as drier air moves in from the west. By tomorrow, the desert's signature heat will return, with highs climbing back toward 100 degrees and winds gusting up to 20 miles per hour. This rapid shift is a hallmark of the region's climate, extreme and unpredictable, capable of swinging from deluge to drought in a matter of hours. Emergency crews will remain on high alert, monitoring washes and channels for lingering hazards, while residents begin the slow process of recovery. The broader picture is one of interconnected systems under strain. In nearby Arizona, the same storm system has triggered dust storms or haboobs as strong winds sweep across dry lake beds. These events, while visually spectacular, add another layer of complexity, reducing visibility and complicating rescue efforts. In California, flood watches extend into San Bernardino County, where similar topography amplifies the risk of flash flooding. The National Weather Service warns that the storm's effects could persist into the weekend across the broader Southwest, with additional rainfall possible in areas already saturated. This regional perspective underscores the scale of the event, a reminder that nature operates on a canvas far larger than any single city. The aftermath will linger longer than the storm itself. Damage assessments are underway, with early estimates suggesting millions in losses to infrastructure, businesses, and homes. The Clark County Regional Flood Control District will likely face renewed scrutiny as engineers evaluate the performance of flood channels and identify areas for improvement. For residents, the emotional toll will persist as memories of this deluge join a growing catalogue of extreme weather events. Yet there is also a call to action. Scientists and policymakers advocate for enhanced climate adaptation measures, stronger infrastructure, better urban planning, and public education on flood safety. The mantra, "Turn around, don't drown," is not just a warning, but a plea for collective responsibility. This event, as dramatic as it is but a chapter in the larger story of humanity's dance with nature. Las Vegas, with its glittering facades and improbable existence, embodies the paradox of human ambition in an unforgiving environment. Today's floods are a humbling reminder of the forces that shape our world, forces that can sculpt beauty and unleash chaos in equal measure. As the waters recede and the desert sun reclaims its dominion, the city will rebuild, adapt, and endure. But the questions raised by this storm will linger, urging us to rethink our relationship with the planet. What does it mean to thrive in a place where nature can so swiftly reclaim its power? How do we balance progress with vulnerability? The answers are as elusive as the desert horizon, but they beckon us to explore, to learn, and to respect the world we inhabit.